So, this scripture immediately made me think of that scene in Miss Congeniality when the MC of the Miss America pageant asks the contestants, "What is the one thing our society needs most?" And all of the women, except for Gracie Lou Freebush, answer, "World peace." How absurd. Nevertheless, this is a beautiful passage that, above all, proclaims an eventual peace among the nations. In our present time, this promise of peace from Isaiah seems naive. Dreaming of a world at peace where we turn our weapons into tools for agriculture and war into a production of food for all the nations. I mean, come on! Considering our current political climate around the world, this seems like an empty promise. The sad truth is that I cannot imagine a world at peace, and I don't expect to even experience a nation at true peace in my brief time on Earth. But this is a promise of a day yet to come, perhaps so distant in the future that it is unfathomable to us. This promise ends with an invitation to live in the light of God. Living in the light is tough when all we see are bleak places around us that we want the light to invade. We turn on the news, talk to our coworkers, scroll through Facebook, or walk down a city street. We don't have to look far to find the upsetting reality of our world in desperate need of light. How can we possibly see a light for the world when we can't even have peace in our own neighborhood? In this transitional time at UBC, we are already looking to the future. But before we can discern where we are headed, we have to take a look at ourselves. It is the most beautiful part of looking ahead. It forces you to examine the present. This season, we've been talking about light. Light not as a way out of darkness, but as a way of adding clarity for our vision of what is ahead of us. It is this very light, God's light, that we use to see a brighter future for ourselves individually, for our church, for our community, for our nation, for our world. We are the light of God. The good news is that we can choose to live in the light with a spirit of kindness, generosity, and compassion. This text is just a simple summons to live in God's light, in divine glory, in the path of God's instruction. Let's start there and see where it takes us.